Before we get into this video, before you start watching, I filmed this a year ago and I just found this in my archives. Oh my god, I'm zooming in on myself. I found this in my archives of video that I did not finish editing, but I had edited a whole thing for it, as you will see. So I figured I would still release this to you guys so that you guys can watch, and I'll have a little bit of a question for you at the end in regards to it. Have fun watching this little time capsule of a video. Hi, I'm Sylvie and welcome back to another video. Today I'm so excited because I am finally doing a crafting video after so long. If you guys have been watching recently, it's all been renovation content for this house. And if you've been watching, then you know that my craft room is not ready. Although I guess that depends on when I end up finishing what I want to do in this video and putting the video out. But as of right now, it is not ready at all. Also, I just realized that this outfit is sort of giving Chucky. Oh my god. You know what? We're just gonna roll with it for today. But let's get to the point. I was just stumbling upon some YouTube videos this morning. I was watching Alexandra Louise, who is one of my favorite YouTubers, and she just did a video where she recreates a House of CB dress with thrifted fabric, and I figured I have not thrifted in a while because I don't have a craft room. So I shouldn't be buying more craft supplies if there's nowhere to put them, but that's besides the point. I found the Emily dress. That's the one I have my eye on. I really love the two-tone, so how there is, I guess, like one main color, but then a second fabric at the bottom and on top of the cups. Plus it looks like it'll be fairly easy to do. Okay, I actually just went to Value Village and it was a bust. The thrift store was a bust. But I did, however, go to Fabricland and got 12 meters of, let me show you. So it's this beautiful, beautiful lace trim. I actually had found just a little bit that was left a couple of months ago, but it was only like half a meter of it. It was just too beautiful to pass up on. And now this was on buy 1 meter, get 2 free, which is why I got 12. It's beautiful, and I'm definitely gonna be using it for this dress because of this trim that's on the neckline. I also bought this beautiful green linen, but that will be for another project. I seriously don't know what it is with my thrift store. It's always a bust, it's never good. I don't know if it's just the area that it's in or what, but there's never really anything good. There is one good one in Orleans, if anybody is from the Ottawa area. I'm giving you my secrets, I'm not gatekeeping here, but that one is good because it's kind of in like a grandma-y area close to like the countryside. So if you're looking for quilts and fabrics and stuff like that, that Value Village is the one to go to. The only thing is it's a little bit far, so I might go this afternoon, who knows? I just don't have the bandwidth to go right now. What I can do in the meantime, and what I probably should do, is draft a mock-up. So let's do that. It's kind of interesting because it has sort of like a bra and then a couple of different panels here. Okay, so a little bit of an update for you guys. I think I've drafted up the bra portion of it. Let me show you. Here was sort of what I ended up with. Now, as you can see, I obviously used fabric to make sure that it would work perfectly. I do have a little dart in here so that it folds a little bit nicer. And this piece was actually kind of hard to draft up, but that's what I got for now. All right, guys, that is the next day, and I have a couple of updates for you. So I did draft a few things last night. Imagine that there was one on the other side here, but I think that this is actually pretty good. And then I made it so that it should fit perfectly in the back once there's a zipper, which it kind of looks like it would. I think that my inner layer is going to have interfacing in it. And then I was looking at these details and ooh, this dress is gonna be a little bit trickier than I thought. So, cue the photos. When you zoom in to this like bodice up close photo, that's where it looks like you've got that bra piece and then the boning stops at that bra piece. If we zoom in on this photo, it looks like there's a piece of boning that goes all the way up the side, which to be honest right now, I just cannot be bothered reworking. I think that this little bra version will be a little bit easier to make as well. And then if we go to this photo, which is their headline photo, you zoom all the way in and it looks like the boning goes all the way up to the cup. So I'm not exactly sure what they have going on here, if they have a few like different versions of it, like if the model is wearing something that was made separately, whereas this up close photo might be like
a factory photo because you can sort of see where the stitching is a little bit more. So that's a little bit interesting. So if we go back to the full length body photo here, these dress panels are made, I guess, from this bra line down in one piece. So it's gonna be a little bit harder to make than just a corset and then one skirt, because it's kind of like a corset that falls all the way down. I've just washed it fresh out of the dryer. There's this nice big piece of white, looks like just cotton. It doesn't say what the material is. I cannot find a tag. Unfortunately, I couldn't find anything that had a pattern in it. I don't know if you guys are all doing this, if all the crafty girlies in Ottawa are also doing the same thing that I'm doing and looking for cute little flowery prints, but it's the first time that I've gone to 2 thrift stores in a row and have found absolutely no flower prints. What I did find, however, is this beautiful paisley. I'm really loving the colors. It's pretty muted. So I think that this will look really nice as that accent. This is what we're rolling with. It's the closest that I could get. You're obviously never gonna get exact fabric when you go thrifting, but I think this will look pretty cute. I've just cut all of my pieces. Now the best part about getting a duvet cover is that it's already one piece of fabric on top of one piece of fabric, so it makes it really, really easy because you don't have to fold anything over. And it is heaps of fabric for such a discount. Anyway, a shame that it is the one that will not be my main fabric. With that said, I'm doing all my lining pieces out of it. So I have cut all the pieces I need and all the pieces I need out of lining and one time out of interfacing. Interfacing is a great way to make everything nice and sturdy. I'm not gonna put cups in this dress. I think that the interfacing will be just perfect enough, so I'm gonna go iron that on. Got the lining portion complete and it's not bad. Done. And now off to the ironing board before we have to draft literally everything else up.
My workstation is currently a giant mess because, like I said, craft room, we might finish today actually. Next step, wow, that I'm gonna do here is probably just cut out some straps so that I can sandwich them in between my 2 pieces here and at least finish the bralette portion of it. And then from there, I'll be able to draft the rest of the pattern. So these are super easy. They tie at the top in a bow. I'll be adding the beading to the outside of them. Means that I need to sandwich 2 pieces together and then flip them inside out. I'll need to cut 8 long tubes, which is frustrating, but it'll look nice. So whenever I do a beaded trim, I switch over to my zipper foot. This little guy right here. It's so that there's no presser foot pushing on where these little beads are going into. And then that way it's going to, just like a zipper, just like if these beads were the zipper teeth, it's just gonna guide it along so that it's nice and seamless. And then the needle gets to be as close as possible to the little beads. Now I'm sandwiching all 3 of my layers together. So I've got my 2 sides of the straps and the beads in the middle. I just need to make sure that everything stays nice and aligned. And it's that easy. So I'm just gonna do 3 sides, leave the bottom open so that I can flip the strap, and I'm gonna have to do that 4 wonderful times. Okay, this might be the prettiest strap I've ever made. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. I just need to do it 3 more times and then definitely iron this out, but oh my goodness. Look at how gorgeous this is. I just ironed these. These are the most beautiful straps. I'm going to attach these onto this by sewing the tops together. And as I sew the top together, I'm gonna also sandwich some of that beading in between, just like I showed you for these beautiful straps. One thing that I will say, if you are, for whatever reason, making this as well, baste this first, because this is such a curved piece and is so incredibly difficult to sew. The layer that has the interfacing on it, if you are ever doing interfacing, that will not stretch, whereas all the extra cotton on the right side piece that does not have the interfacing, that does stretch. Even if you think you're not stretching it, it is stretching ever so slightly because the interfacing made the other layer stiffer. Ooh, this part though, it's like, what even happened here? Hello, today is May 26th. I have not touched this since I last spoke to you, and that was a while ago because this room didn't even exist. So bask in this glory. So I'm gonna have to remember what I had to remove out of this because I think I need to seam rip quite a bit of it. It's the next day and I finally went in and re-sewed it. Incredible how it feels like I can't do this and I wait months and months and months to do it, and then you finally do it and it only takes like 2 seconds. I fixed the front, then I went ahead and I ironed it out, so it should work. Look at this. It's actually really cute. I kind of prefer the wrong side. I've just noticed I've made a little bit of a mistake. So I did this and the lining at the same time. Typically with the dress, I like to join the front and back at the very end and then it sandwiches the zipper in. But I've already put the lining pieces together for this. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do with the skirts is maybe not line it, but then that kind of sucks because then you have an unlined dress. But I was thinking if I do that, then I would just roll the edge and top stitch it on just so that there are no raw edges on the inside like that. You know what, I can do that even if I have a skirt liner, and then I would just attach the zipper on at the end. Oh my God. Anyway, speaking of top stitch, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add a little top stitch all around the edge here so that this stays nice and in place and doesn't roll outwards. Here is what it looks like with the top stitch all the way around. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it just locks it into place. The problem now is that I need to pattern the rest of it, which is gonna take me a while. Hurrah. If you've made it this far, congratulations. We are now in April of 2026. And here's where we're at. My skills have drastically improved in a year. So when I picked this back up and saw the disaster that it is, there's a couple things that I want to change. First of all, let's talk about our old friend here. So old friend here has a little bit less boob and a little bit harsher of a boob than what would be natural. So that is number one, because I modeled these cups off of this. And if I lay that on my body, just for reference, the cup ends here. Not gonna happen. Second, I'd like to invite you guys to take a closer look at my work. So I'm not sure what's going on with how I placed this. The top stitching is really wonky, and because it's just been so long, this has frayed. And of course, there's that dilemma that I think I was just talking about where I don't know why I would have sewn the lining on already. That's not that huge of a deal. It's just, yeah, I don't know. And look how flat these cups are. It's just, look at the side of this. It's just a flat cup on either side. So with that said, that brings us to this point. I could probably repurpose the straps and try to remake this. I've got so much of that fabric left. It was a duvet cover. So if you guys want to see me try to recreate this again, but with a little bit more skill, more cohesion, let me know, because I might be willing to revisit that idea and actually make this look better. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching, even though this was a super old video. And let me know in the comments, like, do you guys want me to reattempt this? Is there another design? Are we still even doing House of CB? Is that even trending anymore? I don't know. So let me know in the comments, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.